Welcome back to Local 4 today. I am here with the Salvation Army, and of course we have a lot to talk about with Give Hastings Day coming up. So why don't you go ahead and tell us, there's one big thing you guys are raising money for. What is that? Yeah, so we are working to get ready to go into our summer season where we have a lot of camping events going on. So we have a camp that's in South Sioux City, Nebraska. It's a really great camp, and we have various events. Their age range, so each grade level essentially a range of grades, and then they have an opportunity to go to the camp. It's a little bit outside of a city and not too busy, and they have a chance to have a week at this camp and get into all sorts of activities and have a lot of fun and spend some time with some other kids from around the region. So it's Nebraska, South Dakota, and Iowa. Wow. So what kind of cost is the camp like for people who might struggle with that sort of thing? What do you guys, how are you guys raising funds to help, basically? So we do have an overall assessment that helps support and maintain the camp throughout the whole year, but the actual cost that comes down to parents is $30. And that essentially helps us to cover the fuel for the transportation cost. It also gives the kids a certain amount of money to use at the snack shop during their camping experience. And so the bulk of the cost is carried by the Salvation Army. Wow. For what it costs to actually have them attend the camp. Impressive. So what kind of things can kids do at this camp? So they have a number of different sporting activities. They have a basketball court. They're also working on having boating and fishing available, and so that's a lot of the things that are there and in nature, so they get to have an opportunity to see animals. There are some turkeys that usually stop by for a visit, and as long as you keep your distance, they don't mind it too much. Although I do find that the turkeys seem a little more friendly than geese that stop by. In St. Louis, near St. Louis, there's a camp that the Salvation Army has, and geese stop by there. Those geese are mean. Geese are mean, especially down in St. Louis. Yeah. That's where I'm from. So you know how it goes. So I know exactly what he's talking about over here. And the turkeys are a little friendlier, which is nice. They are, absolutely. So let's go ahead and shift gears a little bit, because there's a lot of things you guys are raising money for. You're talking about utilities assistance. Your winter program gets that kicked off, but you guys need help all year round? Yeah, absolutely. And so we do get our really big fundraiser throughout the Christmas. The Christmas campaign gets us set for the beginning of the year, and then that goes through, and that really does get us started. But then to carry that on into the rest of the year, this is going to be a big help for us, because also as we end April, then we also end the Share the Warmth program, and so then we switch gears to a different kind of funding source for our utilities assistance, and then we also have our rental assistance that continues, and sometimes we have a few other requests. Sometimes we work to assist. At times we've had requests for like car repair, things like that. Yeah. And so we try and find different ways to make sure that we meet the needs that present as best we can. All right. Thank you very much, Captain Irvine, for stopping by. We appreciate it, and we appreciate what you do. Thank you. You can go to givehastings.org if you're interested in giving. Early giving is open now. Give Hastings Day. That's May 1st. We'll be back with more after the break.